Hello crafters, I'm JanB and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. Today I'd like to show you how I made this card. The idea of the ring of butterflies came from a card I saw on our display boards when we did the Make It show at Farnborough back in January. I don't know who made the card, but it was obviously somebody in our team of Stamping Stars, but I loved the idea that she had of making a circle of the butterflies, so I've based my card on that. To start with, the card pieces that you're going to need are a card base in Whisper White, so that measures 8 1/4 by 5 3/4 scored and folded in half. A piece of strawberry slush that measures 4 by 5 5/8. A piece of strawberry slush for the bow. The white layer, this is 3 1/2 by 3 1/2 inches. Then a piece for the sentiment and also a piece of Whisper White for the butterflies. So the first thing I'm going to do is with the layer of strawberry slush and the layer of Whisper White, I'm going to emboss both pieces using the Spring Flowers embossing folder. So let me just get my Big Shot over first. Now, let me just move myself out of the way for a moment because I have to open up the plate at the bottom. If I do it that way around, that'll be easiest. Okay. So pop my strawberry slush piece in there first. And then whip that through. And take that one out and put in the white piece. Pop that back on. And bring that back through. There we go. That is the only job that I'm using my Big Shot for. So let me move that out of the way. There we go. Let me just pull myself forward. Let's see if I can do this without knocking the camera flying. Yep, I think that's it. Let me bring my card back in again. And my card base. So I'm going to put my strawberry slush piece onto my card base. And I'm going to use Tombow. There we go, nice. I'm not going to put the white on yet. I'll do my butterflies and I'm using one of the, oh dear, I'm using one of the butterflies from the Potpourri stamp set. One of these beautiful things that we have the corresponding punch that goes with it. I think I moved that. Maybe not. It has gone off the edge a bit, but on this particular die punch it doesn't matter because it leaves a bit of ink all the way round. So I can get it all without. Oh, there it is. I've already done all the others because it's can be a little bit time consuming. And what I do, each of them I fold so there's a little ridge along there for me to put my glue. The next thing I need to do is I have cut out a circle from some post-it note. This is from the Framelits, circle Framelits number 4. I start from the inside, smaller the number, the smaller the die. So this is number 4, and you need to put that roughly in the middle, which looks about right. And then with the butterflies, just adhere them round the circle. Just tip them upside down. I tend to put glue on 4 of them because it doesn't dry immediately, and obviously it's a bit quicker when you're doing something that's repetitive. Where's my tweezers? So what I do is I put the butterflies down so that the wings, the bottom of the wings, are on the edge of the circle. Okay, what I do, the first 4, I do north, south, east and west. And as the paper, the white, is embossed, it's a good idea to have some kind of tool that you can push the body down onto the cardstock to make sure it does get good adhesion. If you don't use tweezers, you could use your paper piercer. There we go, that's up. And then I'll just do the other 4 as well, and they will just be spaced out evenly between the other 4. Just give it a little press down to make sure it's really stuck well. You just don't want to put too much glue on the bodies because it will spread out as you push the body down, and you don't want to stick the you don't want the wings to get stuck down. Oops, never mind. There we go. Pretty just like that, I think. And then after that, take the circle off and just save that for another card. Then I'm going to put this onto my card base there, again Tombow. If you don't use Tombow, you do need something pretty strong. because being embossed, it's only going to adhere to your card where it's the debossed bit. And then I just put this in so that I have the same gap all the way round on the pink. And just press that down. Oops, just knocked something on the floor here by my arm. Never mind. So the sentiment is from Tag Talk, and I'm using the Happy Birthday to You. So that's here. Again, I'm going to do in Strawberry Slush. Such a beautiful stamp, this one. The detail is absolutely super. This one also has a corresponding punch. I'll put the name of this punch on the, in fact I'll have all the names on the screen. Off the top of my head I can't think what this one's called. And then to put this onto my card I'm going to use dimensionals, and I've come almost to the end of my sheet, so I'm just going to cut off these edge pieces. I don't like wasting anything. Thought there should have been 4 of those. Got stuck to my finger now. Oh, come on. No. Oh, wouldn't you know it? As you can see, these dimensionals do stick well. Oh well, I'll sort that out later. Okay, so let's pop that into the centre. So the next bit I'm going to do will be the bow. Now, excuse me, stretching across there. I said that you need a piece for punching out the bow, but I like to be economical with my paper, my cardstock. So what I've done is I've brought over a few of my scraps. I knocked a few of these on the floor earlier on, so I'm not quite sure what I can show you, but let's have a go. Now, rather than using a big piece like that, which could be used for lots of things, I'd much rather use my scraps, which can't be used for many things at all. So first of all, that little piece there, I'm going to get the straight piece, because we only need one of those. Okay. And then this one, I think we'll do one of those. You may think to yourself, oh, you just can't be bothered doing this, which, you know, I can understand, but I mean, you know, it works like this. This one here is going to do one of these long pieces. And this one will do a long piece. So what else do I need? Just need one more of the tail bit. So let's put that in. See, so rather than having wasted a big bit, or at least not wasted, having used a big bit of my cardstock, I've been able to use up some of my bits. So what I'm going to do now does mean you get a few bits and pieces like this, but that's okay. Right, what I've done here, if you saw my Velvety Flowers card that I did a little while ago, you'll know that I sponged the edges of the flowers with white craft, I call it craft ink, yes, the white craft, and it just makes the edge give that effect of velvet. So I'm going to do that on here, but first I'm going to stamp a design onto my pieces. Can you see on the bow there I have stamped a design, and what I used was this butterfly. I will show you the other cards that I made as I was getting to decide on what I wanted to do here, and you will see that a couple of them I did actually use this butterfly rather than that. I think that one's quite formal. This one is quite what I would call relaxed. Oh dear, look at my finger. I suppose really I should stop and start again. But never mind, I hope you're having a little chuckle there. There we go. So once I've done that, that's when I bring in the white to start the sponging. You can't see my thumb now, my finger now. Right, okay. So just go round and sponge the edges. These daubers are brilliant for doing jobs like this. Quite often I use our actual sponges when I want to do any kind of sponging work, but when you're dealing with such small pieces like this, the dauber is absolutely brilliant. As you can see, I do keep mine for specific colours and I save them, like each of them has got their own name on them so I don't get them muddled up. Okay, so that's those. And then with my bone folder, I'm just going to give them a little bit of a curl. I do the tail parts as well. Right, now to put these together, it does take rather a lot of glue dots, but I find using glue dots is the easiest way of doing this. So I put one on the inside of that long piece and one on the inside of that. Now on the tails I put one on what is the right side, the front side, at the end there. And then one on here. I will be using some more. Okay, now if you've seen me do this before, you'll know that I use one of our marker pens to fold this around. Just make the edges meet up. It means that while you're doing it, you don't get any creases in here. Just helps to keep it really nice and round. If you find that once you've done this and you've stuck the two pieces together, if it gets stuck too close because maybe you've put the glue dots too high, then you just take that off. if it's a bit tight for getting it off. Right, now one of the next glue dot is to put on one of these and then put those two together. Then the next move is to put this. Now when I do this one, I put that on halfway down. I don't do it right up to the top. Okay, now put another glue dot on the other end. Again, this is where my tweezers come in really nice and handy. I fold that over and then I use my tweezers to really give this a good pull to get it over and as tight as possible. So from the front you've got a complete fold round, and if that doesn't come undone, which it won't do because we're going to be sticking that down, that sticks halfway through. In fact, let me just put another glue dot on that as it's being difficult with me. Okay, so just pop that in there. That's better. Now, to put the tails on, I didn't do that right, did I? Never mind, we've got to put them, oh well, they're going to be stuck exceedingly well. So put the two tails together, and you can do them, if you want to do them outwards, just do them singly. If you want to do them together, put them together, and you could do them so that they're like that or quite apart. The choice really is yours. With all those I've made now, I've decided that I do like the bow where it comes, the tails come down quite a way like that. So to put this onto my card, oh, is it coming off? Oh, that really is. Keep catching a glimpse of that in my eye. Right, so what I do, I put a blob of Tombow on here, quite a good blob, and turn this over and then position it down. Just give it a few seconds so that it's got time to grip. There we go, that should be brilliant. So the last thing to do is to put the diamonds on the tummies, the rhinestones rather, and I have already cut these into threes. Did I see that pop up? I think I prefer these with the rows of pearls on them, but I've run out and they definitely need something. When you do this, just make sure that you do get the sticky bit up with the rhinestones. With this stamp set, you do get a very tiny stamp for the antennae, for the butterfly's antennae. But I haven't quite worked out an easy way of doing it on this design card. The problem being you need to get the butterflies down first, and then you've got to try and get, with a Stampin' jig, you've got to try and get your piece in here. It's just too much here to do it. So what I do, because I do like my butterfly having the antennae, I use my Stampin' Right marker and the thin end, and what I do is I very carefully just draw like a J shape and make sure the two J's are together. One of them I did separately, which I'll show you in a moment, and it just didn't look right at all. It's not easy when you're trying to do it on embossed cardstock, but if you do it reasonably slowly and concentrate, knowing that your pen is going to be moving. This is the most difficult one because the bow is in the way. But it's not impossible. There we go. Didn't do a very good job on that one, did I? Let's see if I can... That's better. Just draw that in. So there we go. That is my card. So let me bring over the other designs that I did. This is the one where I used the other butterflies, and I also did the tail of the bow coming straight out rather than that way. This one I did with, I didn't emboss the white sheet there, but I put the bow inside with the sentiment down there. And another one, in fact 2 more. That one was the same as that, but with the, oh no, maybe not, it's, no, none of them are the same, are they? Because that's the same as that one, but that's not been embossed, and the bow's there. And that one I did with the white bow. I really didn't like the white bow in that at all, but I do like the pearls. So there you go. Quite a few different options there. As you can see, I have had a lot of fun with this one. There we go. Can you see all of them? Yep, that's it. Anyway, I hope you decide to give one of them a try. It was fun to do it. Many thanks for watching my video. If you have any questions, please contact me because I'll be happy to help you. If you've enjoyed the video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking on the subscribe button, which will probably be either to your top right hand side or underneath the video. If you'd like to buy any of the products that I featured here, please visit my 24/7 online shop that you'll find on my website at www.janbcards.com. Many thanks for joining me today. Until next time, happy crafting. Cheerio.